you're a Nepo baby.
Shots fired straight off the top.
Has anyone ever called you that?
No,
Okay,
I don't think so.
Welcome.
Yeah.
This was recorded at the Media Joint.
That is so rogue.
Oi, that's a bit rogue.
Is it even that rogue?
Welcome back to another episode of A Bit Rogue. We are back in the studio today. We are with Renee Gartner. Did I say it right?
Yeah, nailed it.
Okay,
nailed
perfect. You may know her from the NRL scenes. She was a pro boxer, or is. That was a question of mine.
Was retired.
Unsure. Retired?
Yeah, medically
All right.
retired.
Well, we'll skip that question. However, I wanted to jump straight into it. So you're a Nepo baby.
Shots fired straight off
Has
the top.
anyone ever called you that?
No,
Okay,
I don't
well,
think so.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So your dad played footy
Yep.
in
correct.
the NRL, played for Manly, Bears.
Manly, and then he went to Roosters and finished it at Balmain.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that his career kind of pushed you to want to do sports commentary?
Yeah, I think so. I kind of hated being known as Russell Gartner's daughter for a really long
Really?
time. Yeah, I sort of cracked it and then refused to watch rugby league for a couple of years because I just wanted to be known as who I was, even though I was like 13, 14, 15 during those years. And then I turned around to him one day, we're having a fight. And I was like, I'm not Russell Gartner's daughter, you're Renee Gartner's father, and it's going to happen one day. So yeah, I was a bit more stubborn in terms of what I wanted to do. And then I told him I was going to study sports journalism at uni, and he just went, you'll be out of the will, like sports journals are the lowest of low. And so then I just decided to work on the other side, and I did media training for the athletes for the Titans to start with. So I sort of went on the other side to help them. So
You lived up on the Gold Coast?
yeah, I was up there for 13 years. I'll never get back. No offense, Gold
Oh my
Coasters.
God. I love the Gold Coast. I've wanted to move so many times.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's well priced, like to live and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, look at me trying to find something that I liked about it. No, I did like it. It just didn't have the career avenues that I sort of wanted to do. So
Yeah.
that's when I ended up moving back to Sydney and sort of kept trotting through the NRL media from there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you are kind of showing your dad now.
Yeah,
Look at him.
yeah.
Well, that's similar to Georgia Tuvey. She went and did sports journalism.
Yeah, true.
Jeff Tuvey, I reckon, said the same thing.
Well, they're all the same. And I really value it. Like guys that dad played footy with are now like sort of secondary uncles. And
Yes.
like I've worked with Blocker Roach heaps. And I
Yeah.
think every time we work together, if it's on a stage or if it's on radio or if it's on TV, he will always say that he changed my nappies, which is really nice.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
Really cool when you're 40 years old
So,
now. And I'm like, this was 40 years ago. It wasn't last week. So
were you in school?
Okay, if it was. Okay,
yeah,
if it was.
thanks. Yeah.
I don't mind adult nappies.
Yeah.
I've spoken about them on the show before.
Well, being a mum, you would have been through that sort of cycle.
Oh no, I was
so-
adult nappies before my
Oh,
life.
just straight in.
UTIs.
Yeah. Why not? Well, you're in the studio all day. It actually works out quite handy.
Well, with ADHD, you procrastinate going to the toilet. So anyway, I'll keep that a secret. Were you in high school when your dad played footy?
No, I was. He retired in '89, so I had a year off when I was born in '84, and then came back out. So yeah, I was only 4 or 5 when he sort of finished up. My brother was 18 months older, so he was in the sheds while Dad had a cigarette in hand and beer in the other. Like,
But that
old school
wasn't
footy.
that just like Aussie upbringing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I wasn't
Just
allowed in the
quietly?
sheds back then. Girls had to stay outside, and I
Fair
used to
enough.
get really annoyed that Jay was allowed to go in and speak to Dad straight after the
That's
game.
giving 90s.
Yeah.
80s and 90s.
Well, some clubs still don't let you in, but yeah.
But so you grew up on the beaches?
Yeah, so Terry Hills, and then was there till about 13, then moved up to the Gold Coast with the family from there.
Okay. So
but-
you came back and your family's still up there?
They all came back as well too, but they've all since moved back up. So
Oh, boomerang back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. They've left
Wow.
me
Well, the
back down
beaches
here.
are and the Gold Coast, kind of go hand in hand.
They're same, yeah, very similar.
So you've got the Ausmericans show with Ash and Woodsy.
Yeah.
What is that like going from, live commentating down on the field to sitting in a potty studio?
I prefer it. I love the bands. I think that's my
Really?
favourite part. Yeah, I think sideline commentary, I never played the game, and so
Yeah.
I never, assumed to have played it. So commentary-wise, like I love telling the stories around the game, and I
Yes.
I really love doing the one-on-one interviews and the bits and pieces there where you sort of really get to crack someone open.
Yeah.
So doing potties was sort of a little bit more aligned to me, and you just sort of, chat, and you never know which way it's going to go either, which I think you'd understand there.
Yeah.
Especially with Ash, you can go very left field.
I thought for some reason that you played footy or something. What sport did you do growing up?
I was boxing. growing up, I was netball and little A's.
Yeah.
So I did that for God.
I feel like beach is always very netball based for the girls. Not many do soccer.
No, ours was always, it was netball and little A's. Like, we're at Narrabeen Athletics track running around, admiring Melinda Gaines at Taylor. She was my favourite athlete growing up, and I was a high jumper. She used to always be around the track, so I was just like fangirling over that the whole time.
Petition to reopen Narrabeen.
Yeah, well, it's the
apparently they are.
Yeah, they are. It's gotten the tick of approval.
Shout out to Michael Regan or whoever did that.
Yeah,
James Griffith. I don't know. One of them did it.
Oh, it was so good. That track. There's so many memories on that track. But yeah, I played netball pretty much all my life.
But I guess you were around the sport though, being with your dad. So
yeah, we were always at Narrabeen Sharks.
Yeah,
like, my brother was playing, so it was always watching him play. And
that's my local dog.
Yeah, exactly, babe. The Sharks.
Oh, every time I take Banks down to the park because he's not old enough for footy, he can only do soccer because he's only 2.
You just got to make him watch it until he really wants to do it.
He'll be at the park and he's just standing there watching. I go, do you want to do that too? Because they'd be doing drills, just like passing and like running into the pads, and he's like, yeah, Mum, I want to do tackle.
Yes.
I'm like, okay.
How old's he now?
He's only 2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
He can drop kick a ball better than I can.
Well, he probably does it better than I can.
Low bar.
Easy. Yeah. Low bar.
I know, it's not low bar. I'm good at it. I am. Tag girl. Anyway.
Were you Oztag growing up?
Yeah, I played Oztag, but I was more netball.
Yeah.
Like, my main thing was netball. I played Oztag for school.
Yeah.
Like, forgot the call up.
Yeah.
They need me.
I'm ready.
to
I'll
put
run
my
through a
boots
wall.
on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just did it like recreationally.
Yeah.
Post school.
Yeah.
So with the show, obviously, like, getting content and stuff, like, a lot of it comes from socials as well. That's not, to do with game analysis.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this yet, but someone's changed the wiki of the Knights. Did you see that this morning?
Yes, I saw it this morning.
So I was going to read it out. It's like, the Newcastle Knights are an Australian professional rugby league team based in Newcastle, the largest city in the Hunter region of New South Wales, Australia. The club is owned by 19-year-old Warriors star Lika how do you say it? Halasima?
Yeah, I think that's it.
The club competes in the NRL Premiership.
Competes is a loose word. Sorry, no.
They've been playing pretty poorly.
Yeah.
Playing in the red and blue, the Knights joined the top tier comp in 1988, 79 years after the previous Newcastle team based. The Rebels departed Sydney competition formation, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny that someone's gone in there and done that. Give yourself a little shout out. Anyway, speaking of Wikipedia, I was like, all right, Renee's up.
Oh, God.
I Wikipedia'd you to see if anyone's dabbled with it. They haven't, but they did say in your boxing career you've won 4 by decision, no losses.
No.
1 draw.
Wrong. Because that was through the amateurs. I fought in the amateurs for about 7 or 8 years on and off. I had quite a few injuries. I'm not very good with doing stuff outside of a gym. So I won the New South Wales title 3 times. And then one of the times at the Australian titles, I fought Caitlin. And Caitlin, I've gone blank on her name. That's so bad. She's an Olympian too. And I've never had portholes punched in me like she did that.
That's probably why you forget her name.
I know. I was like, it's probably the concussion. I just remember, like, because when you get in a ring, it's like you feel it to a degree. Like, you feel the hits to a degree, but your adrenaline's just pumping, right? And so you just sort of, you're going with the flow. It's an aggressive game of chess the whole time. But when she hit me, I just remember when she hit, I'd be like, oh, that was a really sick punch. How did she do that? And I'd start like analysing how she was smashing me. And there was just one where it stung and I was like, oh, where are my legs?
Oh,
I'm like, oh, there they are. There they are. So that was probably a big one. But yeah, I'll happily take that loss. She went on to the Com Games from that sort of tournament.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
You've been punched by a Commonwealth athlete.
Commonwealth Games medalist and also an Olympian.
How old were you when you started boxing?
I started really late. It was kind of funny. I was on a Fox Sports show and it was a League Lounge. It was on Sundays. And we were having Danny Green come on just as a guest. And I used to do stunts every now and then, like with them. And they were just like, would you get on the pads and just hit with him? I was like, yeah, no dramas. So I got on the pads, had a few punches with him. He's like, oh, you actually go all right. And I was living on the Goldie at the time.
Blew your head up.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, pump me up. But at this stage, girls, it was only getting legalised in certain states that they could fight. So
I didn't know that was like forbidden.
Yeah. We couldn't fight in amateurs or professionally. So it was quite late when women could sort of get into it. So by the time, I think I would have been about maybe 25, maybe a little around that age. And most of the divisions, they were younger, like small, like sort of lighter weight sort of coming through, where I fought welterweight, which was 69, easy to remember.
Okay, here we go.
We're going there. And most of the girls were young, like a lot smaller because they were coming from kickboxing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when a Gold Coast promoter hit me up, he's like, you've got to come and fight. And I was just like, I'll come and train. Like, because girls aren't really doing it. I'm like, okay. So I started training for a while. I was doing brekkie radio. I didn't realise he'd teed it up with my co-host. And rang up and they're like, oh, we're doing some boxing matches. Would you ever do it? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'd get in the ring, like bravado, because like the training was unreal. Like I loved it. But yeah, had never sparred properly or anything like that. And I just went, yeah, but there's no one around my weight division. They're like, hang on a minute, we've got someone on the phone. And they're like, yeah, you're fighting in December. And I was like, can't back out of this now.
Yeah.
So it was like it was
just kind of fell into it.
Yeah, very much fell into it. And then the first fight, I was 8 weeks out and fell off a skateboard and shattered my ankle.
Oh my God, that's annoying.
Yeah, so that was annoying, and didn't fight. Moved back to Sydney, and then it was a couple of weeks later, or a couple of months later, I should say, because I completely shattered it. The company that I was working for, they had a Garth Wood, who was a fellow boxer. Yeah. And he's like, why don't we get you back for another fight? And you're going to have a fight this time. So he trained me and then ended up going back to the Gold Coast and knocking off the first fight.
Oh my God.
So that's how it started. I think if I hadn't have won that first fight, I probably wouldn't have kept going. But
I can't, like, your nose looks great for someone that's been punched in the face. Well, have you had it done?
No.
Because like
maybe it fixed
Not
it.
on purpose.
Yeah. Maybe it fixed it.
I know, like I did like all-star cheerleading. So like we throw each other, it's kind of like gymnastics as well. I've had a few elbows to the nose and I'm like, oh, I could fix it, but I can't be bothered.
Yours looks fine. It looks
thank
straight.
You. That's nice. No, I noticed like a little,
Yeah,
just
but we always
from a couple
notice
of
our
knocks.
smallest imperfections though. I don't see it, so you're fine.
But that was one thing, like I was like, oh, I don't think I would ever like get in a ring because my nose and my teeth. I had 2 sets of braces.
We wear mouth guards, so I mean that helps.
I mean, I played hockey once for uni, and even with the mouth guard in, I was like, no. Like every time the ball or someone's stick came near me. Yeah, I know. Well, on the beaches, I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called this thing called Wimp to Warrior.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, you just like pretty much go in there with no idea, and by the end you fight.
You're a cage fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually went and supported a friend at her Wimp to Warrior fight, and I was like, holy fuck, everyone's animals.
Yeah. Yeah, I love boxing. I don't so much love the UFC, and because I just feel like they're already dead on the ground. You're beating the absolute shit out of them.
I guess, okay, so you prefer boxing
over?
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Would you have done it as a child, like boxing?
I don't think so, and because even like Dad, when I went to have my first fight, I thought, like, because we grew up watching Rocky together and all that sort of stuff, I thought he'd be really pro, and I was on the way into weigh-in, and Dad rang me, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be the phone call. Yeah. And he's just like, look, at any stage, if you want to leave, like if you feel uncomfortable in the ring, you can walk out of the ropes. Right? I'm like, hang on a minute.
But that's coming from like a parent though.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like it is a bit different when it's like, okay, well, she's not really in there with a team.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, essentially you have your coach, etc.
Oh, no, it's a lonely sport,
but it's definitely very different. So people would have recognize you mostly from like the footy show, etc. Was that your goal for media? Like you wanted to be footy show NRL, or?
I think I always knew I wanted to work in rugby league in media, but my first part, and the part that I loved the most, was sort of helping the athletes navigate that media space. So working on that side of things was probably my first and foremost. It was only by chance when I was working at the Titans, I got a phone call to come down and work on a show, on the league lounge, because Jess Yates was crook. Okay. And then I filled in for one, and they're like, actually, we're going to keep you on, and Jess is just going to stay in the motor racing, but she's now back doing league now as well too, and killing it. But that was my like first go. So I went in from there, and then when I moved back down to Sydney, there wasn't really much work going at the time, and then sort of did a bit more sideline and ended up doing a little bit more, did some stuff with Channel 9. I worked with Channel 7 for the Rugby World Cup in 2017. And so I just keep doing little pockets everywhere.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah,
but that's the goal. Like you want to
yeah,
be
I think
more
so. Like I
NRL?
love doing it. As I said, like my favourite part's the interviews and sort of
Yes.
sitting down and having a chat. I probably prefer that over doing sideline call. But yeah, I just have a foot in both camps is probably my sort of forte.
I reckon opportunities will rise
And we'll
because
hope
like
so.
so many girls, we should call them ladies,
Yeah.
are now, you know, amongst the sporting community in terms of the NRL. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot of
100%.
girls, like obviously Alana, there's Danica, like the team's
Vonnie,
growing,
yeah,
right?
it's really good. And it's so good to see. There's more people getting chances.
Do you feel like because, let's say in terms of the media world, the world, globalization, Australia as a nation, do you feel like because it is a male sport and there is a little bit of misogyny amongst, you know, not only the sport but the audience, do you feel like as women you kind of have to dull it down a little bit to fit into that kind of pocket piece?
I don't feel like you have to dull it down, but you have to be over prepared.
Yeah.
Because the people are just waiting for you to trip up. I don't think it's as prominent nowadays, but they're still there. They're still waiting. I think even with boxing as well too. Like when I played didn't play rugby league. When I worked in rugby league, or predominantly, people would always point out, "Oh, you've never played the game. You've never done it." But
Yeah.
now that I'm doing commentary in boxing as well too, and just doing this sort of hosting sort of element, they know I've boxed, but then they go, "Oh, well, you're comparing yourself to Jeff Fennick." I'm like, "Well, I'm not. I'm asking him questions about."
The people are always going to have something
There's
to say.
exactly. There's always something. So I just feel like you've just got to be always the most prepared in the room. But I think everyone should do that,
Yeah.
no matter whether you're a male or female in a
Yes.
male or female sport. Just go in over prepared and
Yeah. Because I think, like, my memory, like, what makes me think of that is when Alana was on, I think it was the footy show with Wally Lewis.
Oh yeah, I know
and
exactly
he made,
the scene.
the comment when
The
they
no
were doing,
teeth comment?
Yeah,
Was that the scene?
feels
Yeah.
better or something like
Yeah.
that. I just was so surprised that there was not really an uproar about that, because if that was in any other sport or any other, let's say, industry like entertainment news or something like that.
Or said in an office at a workplace.
Yeah, I
That-
think those were the times. Like everyone was so accepting, and it's changed a lot since then. I don't like if a comment like that
It really
happened now,
wasn't
there'd be
that long
outrage.
ago.
I know, but it was still wild how
'Cause that was like
it's
10 years
flipped.
ago maybe.
Yeah,
But
Excuse
yeah,
me.
it's definitely like now if he said it like bye.
Oh yeah, you'd be gone.
Yeah.
100%.
But
be
I
gone.
still think for only 10 years ago, like I don't think, like there was an article written, one blog post, and it was kind of like a split review, but everyone else was kind of just like, oh, it's just tongue in cheek kind of thing. But it's like, whoa, you actually can't say that stuff. But she didn't stick up for herself or anything. She was just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm like, I would do that too if I was a minority in an industry
you just
and I
gotta laugh
wanted
it
to
off
keep.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So you feel like, okay, laughing it off. Well, I think even though now, like there is more women in the sport in terms of the media side, I think it's changed heaps.
100%. It's worlds apart compared to what it used to be, which I think is fantastic. Like it's horrible to think that she had to laugh it off back then.
Yes.
But I think the environment. I mean, they had Mahatma Code blackface, but at the same time, do you know what I mean? Like their PNC was not.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing.
I think the girls are just coming through. Part of the P, like even for Try July, the girls are doing better ones.
100%. I only said the other night to my partner, I was like, it's boring this year. Like the girls are actually doing more, and we're not seeing it as much. But yeah, the guys just.
The
sort of,
girls
I'm
just
like,
did a
where-
Coldplay one.
Yeah.
And I saw one of the girls jumped up into the seats.
Yeah,
to do
did the Piggy
so-
Riddell. Yeah.
The boys, you can do better. I talked to your
I
wives
think they
about
did the
it.
Telstra whistle one. That was probably the best
Telstra
one I've
was
seen.
my favourite.
Yeah.
But yeah, Try July, I feel like, boys, you got to pick up your game.
They're going to try
Yeah.
in July, you know?
Yeah. Try harder in July. Well, my next thing is, if you're at the bottom of the ladder now, this far into the season, you're fucked. So, AKA... No, I mean, in your tipping comp, not just actually so like
You're
for me,
in our tipping comp,
yeah,
aren't you?
girl,
You're
I'm
doing
in
well,
there.
yeah.
No, I was doing
Oh,
well.
yeah, you were flying at the start.
No, I'm not Olga.
Oh, I thought you were Olga.
No, Joel, that's not me. That's my friend.
Oh, she's on fire.
Yeah, I wish I was Olga. So my friend Livy, I'm in a tipping comp with her, and everyone kept saying, fuck, Livy's in the comp and like she's so good. And I said, you know what, it'd be so funny if you joined this other comp with me and just ruffle some feathers, you know?
So this
Anyway,
is Olga.
This is Olga.
Yeah.
She's still killing it.
Yeah,
She's still coming second.
top. Yeah, I was going to say she's been in. I think she fell out of the top 3 once, but
I was 7th at one point. I'm 72nd. That's
I
bad.
have no idea where I am on that now. I've
Well,
stopped
I know
looking 'cause
I'm
it's
down there
depressing.
because I always check where Ash is. He's always sitting in the 50s. I'm like, dude, it's your own show.
Yeah, but I
pick it
feel
up.
like, and this is absolutely no disrespect to Olga, there was so many upset rounds, which is really unusual. Like games that, I mean, Manly have beaten 4 out of the top 6 teams, but we lose to some of the bottom ones. And
Yeah.
you're
So
like,
they got lucky.
yeah, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They deserved
They're
it.
really inconsistent, and I think it comes down to mentality. But anyway, not going into that, I just wanted to say, like, what would you do if you've used your joker and you're not going to get a clean sweep if you're down the bottom because you suck? Okay, me.
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you just
don't
surrender?
Come last. No, because you don't want to get last. No one wants the spoon.
Yeah, fair
You're better
enough.
off to finish mediocre than finish with a spoon.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if I just packed it in or not. And
I
just
packed it in on the AFL one.
Really?
Yeah, because I was flying. At one stage, I was in the top 5.
But you weren't even watching it, were
No,
you? You were just
I don't watch AFL. And
Yeah.
I would literally, the way I'm going to do this is just pick every favourite
Yeah,
for
nice.
every game. And I was flying at the start, and now I'm down to like maybe the hundreds.
Just like quietly, I actually really just wanted to beat Tommy Sheridan. I don't know why. And he's actually not doing bad. Like, he's coming
Yeah,
like
he's
30
going
something.
well
I'm
in the
like,
NRL
that's
one.
annoying.
Yeah,
You can't be good at everything.
I know. Well, he
Well-
wasn't at AFL.
I don't know if you... I'm going to...
I'm joking,
Wait,
Tommy. Love you.
You know what? I didn't even know that those boys play... Because they all, like, hang out in the East, right? And, like, I've gone to a few, vodka and parties.
Oh, yes.
And when Marcus was, like, posting about his medals with Tommy, I was like, oh, did you boys play football? And they were so offended. Like,
Oh,
so...
really?
Yeah, Marcus was like, what do you mean?
I'd love that. If
I'm
you
like,
had someone
for
who's on
starters,
the
I was born in 1997. So if you were on the telly well before that, no, I didn't know that. And also, like, you're in Sydney.
Yeah.
Like, come on. If you're in Melbourne, I think, yeah, take offense to it.
Yeah.
But we're in Sydney. Like, I feel like at the moment we are a divided city,
Yeah.
AFL and NRL. But, like, going back 10 years ago, we were an NRL city.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
end.
not my
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
One
It's
time we went
fine.
to the AFL as a family, and then my dad emailed the Swans saying that we're Sydney side has never been to a game. We'd love to try it out to see if we'd. So they sent us some tickets.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Swannies are good. I've done some work with Swannies. They're awesome.
We never went back though.
Oh.
Go Manly! No, my family like Parramatta, but we're in the
Oh,
beaches.
the para.
So,
Okay.
well, I'm related to Mick Cronenthal.
Oh, that'll
So
do it.
by blood,
Yeah,
you know.
no, I'll allow
I think my
it.
grandfather would be really pissed off if I, but
If he
Banks,
heard.
my son, he loves Manly.
Yeah.
He loves Manly.
We love Banks.
We listen every morning. We have to listen to Eagle Rock before we go to school.
What a way to get out of bed.
With pants off.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to
no,
say,
he-
he's already undressed.
Yeah,
Play on.
he loves it.
Raiders.
Who would have thunk they were going to be
Oh,
at the top?
I love the Raiders. Love Ricky Stewart.
They were always my least favorite.
Really?
Growing up, like I really remember in primary school, Bulldogs, Raiders.
That
were
must
my
be an
least
our
favourites.
generation thing.
Really?
Because I can relate. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but
Really?
it just
Yeah,
didn't
in
vibe with
primary.
me.
I just love Ricky. Ricky's
Really?
yeah, he's just old school rugby league. Like, just, yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Don't feel like I told you I was going to ask you this, but your most rogue moment.
It'd probably be on the Gold Coast. I was doing the summer brekkie radio for CFM. And so we used to get invited to like heaps of cool events, and it's Jupiter's Casino on the Gold Coast. I think it's called the Star now.
Yes, we
they
love
would-
the Star.
Yeah, we love the Star. The Star is quality. It's obviously had a bit of an upgrade since it was Jupiter's, but they used to do Sunday pool parties.
Ooh.
So they did about 4 of them. So we had Vanilla Ice, and there was a couple others.
Like the actual artist.
Yep. So I got to
Okay.
meet him, and we
I'd
got
get
up
in
in the
my
VIP.
bikini for
Yeah, oh,
him.
mate, I wasn't in a bikini. I was just there, just drinking and having the best time. Salt and Pepper came.
Nice.
Yeah, so massive Salt and Pepper fan. Anyone that knows me, I will sing Salt and Pepper from start to finish at any opportunity. So I was wrapped there. Salt and Pepper's here and we're in effect. Want you to push it back, cool and back. I won't do it all. So some might say I was frothing to go to this event on the Sunday, and then the PR manager for the casino goes, do you guys want to come up for dinner? And he's now a really good mate of mine, Rob Mills. It was the first time I met him. He was there, and he's like, well, why don't you two come back? We'll have dinner with Salt and Pepper. And I was like, this is the greatest day of my life.
This is
Such
living.
a 90s nerd. And so we're sitting around the table and they had their backup dancers and Salt was married
The
at that
backup
stage.
dancers are coming
Yeah,
to dinner?
they're also at the dinner.
That's
They're
nice
a
to
big
be
family.
included.
They're a touring
That's
family.
nice.
Anyway, they're going around the table and I'm still sort of sitting there going, this is the coolest thing ever. And they're like, oh, well, what's everyone's like talent, like special talent? And like
Okay.
obviously they can sing and rap and everyone was kind of quiet up my end and I was sitting next to Millsy and I'm going, well, I can shove my whole fist in my mouth. And he's just looked at me and he goes, no. And she goes, okay, girlfriend, let's go, let's do it. So I did it. And she's like, you're taking me out. Yes, you're taking me out. And this is Pepper. And I'm just like, okay, sweet. So we end up going, all right, we'll just take you to a random joint on the Gold Coast. Wasn't much open on a Sunday night.
No.
So we've gone to the old
gotta go all
Surfers
down to,
Paradise
like-
Glitter Strip.
Oh, wow.
Bedroom nightclub, I think
Oh,
it
no.
was.
No, I
Yeah.
love it there. I love it there. Bring it back. Vanity and all of that.
Oh, yes,
Bring it
vanity.
back.
God. So we've gone there and Pepper's just sort of sitting up on this little area and we're all on the dance floor. I'm having a bit of a jig with the backup dancers and Millsy goes, let's do the dirty dancing lift. And I don't know if you've seen Millsy. Millsy's like a very smaller frame to me. And I've just looked at him and I'm like, mate, no, like you're going to drop me. He goes, no, I've got you.
Okay, I'm scared. This is giving spinal cord injury.
He stood about 10 metres away and he's like lifted. So I've run back and I've just launched myself and he's picked me up and then just 3, 2, 1, just both crashed to the ground.
Oh, no.
And Pepper and all her dancers up were just pointing and pissing themselves laughing. So I was like, I need to leave this glamorously. So I wormed out of it.
No. No.
The Aussie glamour way.
So you fisted your own mouth and then you've wormed.
Fisted my own mouth, got dropped on the floor and then wormed out of it. And I got
you
up.
actually
She's
look like you could figure it. Now that I see it, 'cause
Yeah,
it's a
go
big
on.
mouth.
Can we
No, I'm
see
not
it?
doing it. No,
No,
it
go
is
on,
not
go
going to be
on,
on
go on.
any camera ever.
got too much
Yeah.
gloss on, don't waste
It's
it.
not small fish either, so no.
Wow, that's
But
impressive.
yeah,
I've
that
never
was
actually
probably
tried.
my most rogue, and I think we stayed out with her until about 4 a.m.
Worth
and
it.
she said it was the best night she's had out ever. You Aussies are crazy.
I love that. You know what? I feel like my girlfriend's a DJ, and every time we've gone on, like, let's say tour with her, the response from the Americans is like, you guys are so much
They
fun.
think we're mental.
Yeah, they think it's so much fun. Like, I was literally reminiscing last night of like videos from Snow Machine, which is in Japan.
Yeah.
And it was Diplo's crew, and they just couldn't believe it. They're like, you guys are so fun. Are we going to do this next year? I'm like,
They get addicted to the
Yeah,
joy.
right, if
We
you
just bring
want.
joy.
hey, what's wrong with having a bit of karaoke?
Exactly.
You can do that whenever. You don't
Oh,
have to
mate,
wait until
karaoke.
an
What's your
annual
go-to?
hangout. Oh, this morning I was actually thinking about that because I do love karaoke, but I had Let's Get Loud on and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I always forget about this song.
Gets you in a mood.
Yeah.
It's a real vibe.
That or like Christina Aguilera.
Oh, yeah, can you
Yeah.
belt it? Can
Not
you?
really. I just like
Yeah,
it.
but yeah, the music's up loud enough. You put on a good enough performance. No one
it
remembers.
feels good.
Can you crack
know?
me a line now?
Go on. Yeah, you wanted
Yeah.
to be a better singer.
It's
Yeah.
that one. Dun, dun, dun. Just do your thing, honey.
I love that you did the percussion as well.
I didn't mean to do percussion. I was trying to belt it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Let's Get Loud. But there's just not a lot, like many lyrics. You know?
Yeah, but that's
I
what the
just,
dance moves.
I
like, you let
hate
your
when
hips sing
someone
back.
gets up on karaoke and does horses. I'm like,
Yeah, fair.
good for you, but like, come on.
Yeah, because they're just going for crowd involvement.
We'll
That's
pay
my
our respects
go-to.
to Dara when it happens.
Yeah, but Daryl needs to be put back on ice. Not like the ice height. Not the ice height. Whoa. No, like just freeze him for a little bit. Like,
Yeah, I get that.
Hot take.
no, that's it.
Maybe he needs a bit of cryo.
Yeah,
not-
cryo. I should have said cryo, not ice. Jeez, we can't say that. See, another thing we can't say without
not in
people
this
straight
room.
away going, yeah, it's got a bit of Den vibes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit cold with the concrete. Every guest gets a game.
Yeah, okay.
We've just got some, I'm just nosy. I want to know your thoughts on some things. Insight from when you're at the Titans. It doesn't have to be a Titans player,
Yep.
this question, but it can be any of the players, hearsay in the industry, you know. Which NRL player is the least media trained, but they're killing it?
Oh,
Because, you know, a few of them have come into podcasting world, like Jai
Yeah.
and Josh have had their, you know, origin show.
yeah, Josh
and
is a
then
human Labrador. I love him.
Even what's his name? I love him and I've just forgotten his name. He's just come into commentary.
How do we know?
You'll know who he is. Who's new to commentating? He's only retired last year.
Oh, Sean Johnson.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. He's a breath of
Maybe
fresh
a
air.
current player though.
Yeah. So who shouldn't be?
No, they're not media trained.
Oh, they're not media trained, but they're actually pretty good.
Yeah. Is everyone media trained pretty much now?
Yeah, most people are. I'd say Jakey Trebojevic.
You reckon?
I just think he's just generally the nicest human in the entire world, and it's not media training. Like he used to interview him, and as soon as you finish the interview, he'd go, "Was that okay? Was that all right? How can I better myself?"
Nice.
Like he's just genuinely who you see on the field is who you see behind a microphone. Like there's no polish.
He's never been nice to me, but
really
personal vendetta. That's fine.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, from when we were younger, but it's fine.
That.
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually said to Tom, I said, "Come on the show, or I'll just talk about you instead."
Threat.
That evil laugh.
You're hot by 100%.
Anyway, who talks the most trash off mic?
These are all players.
Yeah. Or it can be, past players.
Jimmy
now.
Maloney was probably the biggest trash talker I've ever seen in a training session.
They were going to film out of here, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we got that vibe.
Yeah, he's no, he does always talk shit. Like I really like Jimmy, but he is one person that will just outpester every single person in the room. Yeah.
I'm not saying he's a short king, but smaller men tend to be like that.
Yeah. No, he's so loose.
If I can kiss a man on the forehead, then they usually have a bit of an attitude.
Yeah, that's true.
On my tippy toes.
Yeah.
Though.
Call it the nacho hat walking. And
I've never said that before. I'm using that. Have you ever had a player try to flirt with you mid-interview? Or do you feel like they've been a bit more friendly than usual?
I think the younger ones will. I mean, not anymore. I'm probably too old for them. But the young back in the younger ones, back in the day, the younger ones would always try and push their luck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so fascinating.
And it'd be like an older one coming in going, "Don't."
I wonder, is that how like Danica and Liam happened? You reckon, like on field interview?
I don't know. I think because they lived in the same area for a bit.
Did they?
Yeah, I think because he was over Maroubra way.
Yeah.
For a bit.
Because he obviously grew up on the beaches, so like every single girlfriend he's had since bloody high school to since he moved that way, I knew of them. So when I heard that he was with someone with an education and poise, I was like, wow, how the fuck did he bag that? You know?
We still ask her. No.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
It does. They're great together though. So I mean, it works. But I think at the start we're all like, what?
Yeah, very interesting.
She's a ledge.
I wonder if that was on the field.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Who
We're
knows?
working around each other 24/7.
This is true. What has been, or if there has been, what's the weirdest DM you've ever gotten since being in the public eye?
I've been told to go kill myself.
That is
a couple
weird.
of times. That's
pretty weird.
It's pretty weird, especially because like a lot of my mental health stuff was quite public. So for someone to come at someone who has mental health was pretty weird, and I just wrote back, "Are you okay?" And
Yeah.
You're
you're better than me.
Yeah.
Anytime
okay?
someone said something remotely like that, I will make it my fixation, hobby, job to find who they work for.
Yeah.
And I tell them.
I just asked if he was okay, because I'm just like, for someone to write a comment like that, it's just, you're not quite right.
So weird.
And probably the other one is I've got asked if I'm a bloke 1,000 times, especially when I was boxing, like because I was a little bit muscly, but I still had boobs.
I feel like that's gaslighting.
Oh yeah,
that's not actually a genuine question.
No, it was, but like they were just like, she's got balls, she's definitely a bloke.
Is that because they feel like you could knock them out? I don't
know.
understand.
Maybe
is that from women or men?
Men. Yeah, I don't think
guys
I've had
always
any
have the
women.
most to say.
Don't think I've had any dodgy women ones.
Mine, all of my hate, bar one, on the show has been from men.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Like, why they'd never say it to your face? Like, they'd never. The keyboard warrior thing just always blows my mind. I just think like you don't have the balls to say it, and they're obviously having an off day. They feel like they've got to take their hate out on someone that they've never met before in their entire life.
Well, we said last episode, like no one significant would leave hate. So
Yeah.
whoever's leaving hate is a fucking loser.
I just think anyone's opinion of me is none of my business. That's my
No,
rule.
and unfortunately, it's kind of like reality shows, right? People go on there and it's them, but to people watching the TV, it's like a character.
Yeah.
So, you're either going to have fans or haters.
100%.
The people either like you or they don't.
Yeah.
And like I found the show, this one woman actually didn't like me and she was requesting a new host.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, babe, it's my fucking show. Go listen to another podcast.
Maybe true now.
And I also said, like, why are you talking to me in third person?
Yeah.
She sent me a DM saying you guys should get rid of her. I said, you're fucking
You're like,
talking to me.
"Hi."
It's actually me here.
Operator at the keys.
Yeah, we don't have reception. It's me.
Send her a video selfie back.
I remember when Twitter was massive, I got a weirdest tweet I ever got was someone wrote, I licked your asshole last night or something like that, which was really weird.
Well,
So
did
I
it
just
taste
wrote back and
nice?
retweeted and I went, oh, you met my ex last night, did you? I was just and I was working for the Titans at the time and I got in trouble. So
Worth it.
I
because
mean,
I was the
worth
one
it.
teaching the footballers that they should never react to a message. And I was
Yes.
just like, well, it was funny.
Yeah.
But it wasn't funny. Yeah.
That is a weird one, though, to send. Like,
What's
did I
bizarre?
lick
It's
your
just
asshole?
weird shit. What are
I
you
mean,
even thinking?
I could send them my address.
Yeah.
If you want to.
I'm like, have you met my mate?
Yeah. She's been pretty much a virgin the last 6 months. Send them to my house. Who has had the biggest diva moment whilst you've been in a studio or behind the mic?
Jamal Idris was probably
What
my biggest
happened?
diva mode at the Titans. He had just signed a 5-year contract, and we were doing a Jetstar magazine interview and photo shoot with him, and I went down to the gym. I went, mate, you've got to be ready in 20 minutes. So showered and up. You've finished your training session. So
Fuck,
just
isn't
get
it gnarly? You have to
organised.
tell grown men to have a shower.
Oh.
I find it so interesting.
This went on for 20 minutes,
Oh.
like non-stop. I went down to go and see if he's out of the showers. And
What,
they're
was he
like,
just
oh,
on
he's
his
in the-
phone or
No, he's in the
talking?
pool. He
Oh,
was now in the
that's
pool, and the way the pool was set up at the Titans was there was like a plunge pool and then the lap pool, and there was about maybe 2 meters, 3 meters between the two pools, and he was getting out of the pool and sliding like a whale across into the other pool, and just kept getting out and doing it on repeat. I've never lost it at a player in my entire life.
This is an
and
adult,
this day,
though.
I just went berserk.
God, they're so
Yeah,
strange.
So
but
he had mad diva antics.
well, I actually think this is something that needs to be semi-studied and not spoken about. Like, I know that a lot of people feel like players should be looked after from, when they retire onwards,
Mm-hmm.
from a mental health point of view and obviously like long-term injury point of view. Mine is the fact that they literally go from school having teachers and parents look after them, and then they go into a sport where they have itineraries made for them. They need to be told where they go, they get told what to wear, and then when they hit their 30s they got to be out on their own. They didn't have their 20s to kind of figure that out for themselves. Anyway, I just think
And look
that's
how
a really
well it went
interesting.
for us.
Well, do you know what though? I was actually really heartbroken when I saw, what's his name? He played for the Knights, had an injury, disabled now,
Oh God.
orange hair.
Yeah, I know exactly. McKinnon,
Alex McKinnon. Him paying for his own tickets to the game.
Yeah.
Why is that not sorted for the athletes, that you just like you have lifetime entry?
I don't know. I think some clubs are really good with it, and other clubs not as much. Alex is a manager as well too, so
What?
I mean, I
But
guess.
how did that even get into the media though?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's leaked by people that are
Yeah.
also linked to media as well too. But
Yeah.
I don't know the full story behind that one. But I know some clubs are
was all
really,
over my
really good at
Facebook.
looking after former players. And they obviously have the old boys days and stuff like that. But yeah, there are
Like,
some that are good
people
with it.
commenting, oh, he didn't even get a seat, he's taking the GA, I would have paid for it. Like, a bit sad.
Yeah.
Last cue, have you ever had to cut anything from the new podcast, the Ausmericans show? Like naughty?
No, we've actually been pretty good. I have a rule that the mic's always on, so
Okay.
you just what you say, you've got to back it up.
Okay.
So if there's anything that's been said, I think the boys have been pretty good. I think it's just Ash bagging Nico Hines for the majority of it.
Yeah, what is his vendetta with Nico?
There's a vendetta there. I don't know.
He
what it
texted me
is.
one night. I wasn't even watching. He's like, fucking hate Nico. And I looked and he just got a
not
try.
as a person, just doesn't like him as a player.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's just the old Sharks Manly thing. But yeah, he all
Battle
Woodsy
of
has
the
to do is
Beaches.
put the ball on the tee and go, what do you think if you made it Sharks? And he will tee off.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been pretty good. There's been nothing that's needed to be cut out
To
of
be
that.
fair, though, you guys are all like, it's not like you're new to media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that probably helps. I think Ash's social game, Woodsy's obviously working in mainstream media now, and same with me. So
Yeah.
I think we've all sort of more word to the wise of what not to say and what to say on there.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for coming into the studio.
No, thanks for having me.
Everyone needs to listen to Ausmericans NRL, not AFL.
Yeah.
Nothing against you if you would listen to the AFL one, because you're obviously supporting the cause. But
Yeah.
the NRL one, you can catch Renee there.
Thank you very
And
much.
Ash and Woodsy.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
thank
the
you for
star
coming in.
No, I loved it. I love that you brought your dog in as well too.
That's
You
Job's
had me at
dog.
hello. Oh, sorry, this is your dog.
I've got chihuahuas. You would fucking hate them.
Oh, yeah.
They are shit dogs.
Don't want to say it. but
No,
yeah.
they have sex all the time. They're
They
disgusting.
haven't it more than you.
Yeah.
No,
Low bar. Full
rattled
circle.
me.
There we go.
Rattled me. Turn it off now.
Thanks for listening to A Bit Rogue, where we uncover the stories of athletes, artists, and celebrities with their most rogue moments. Episodes dropping every Wednesday.